Welcome back to the channel. As we all know by now, and if you haven't heard, the Bills-Steelers game got moved from Sunday to Monday. So now for Sunday night, we only have two games on deck for the wildcard slate. The first of those games is the Packers traveling to the Cowboys in the afternoon window. And the Sunday night game is Matt Stafford returning to Detroit for the first time since he was traded to the Rams for Jared Goff. Similar to the Saturday night game, we're going to put together a same-game parlay between the two games. Unfortunately, the Saturday parlay did not hit because the Texans took care of business against the Browns, and we had the Browns money line, but the remaining legs did hit. So for Sunday, we're going to try and right that wrong, and we're going to come up with a winning parlay between these two games. The first game on deck for Sunday is the Packers and Cowboys, and for that game, our first pick is going to be Aaron Jones to have 50-plus rushing yards. Dallas has struggled to stop the run towards the end of the season, giving up 127.6 rushing yards on average per game over their last 5 regular season games. And the Packers have had a lot of success running the ball with Aaron Jones towards the end of the season. Jones has had 20-plus carries and 100-plus yards in the last 3 games of the regular season. So you can expect the Packers to lean on the run game against the Cowboys defense that struggled to stop the run. And I think 50 yards is definitely attainable for Aaron Jones based on the way he's been playing to end the regular season. The second pick for this game is going to be Dak Prescott to have 225-plus passing yards. The Cowboys offense has relied a lot on the arm of Dak Prescott, and they've been pretty successful doing so this season as they are the number 2 seed in the NFC. Dak's thrown the ball over 30 times in all but 2 games this season, which should allow him to accumulate some passing yards against the Packers purely because he's going to be throwing the ball a lot. In addition to that, while the Packers have the capability to give Dak some problems, 225 passing yards is well under Dak's season average, so he should be able to accumulate those 225 passing yards with relative ease if the Cowboys are looking to win this game. If Dak does not hit that 225 pass yard threshold, you can fully expect the Packers to be successful and win the game. The third pick of this game is going to be Tony Pollard, 40-plus rushing yards. The Cowboys have tried to get Pollard more involved in their offense towards the end of the regular season, as the Packers have with Aaron Jones. Pollard's been able to hit 40 rushing yards in all but 3 of the Cowboys games this season. Then moving on to the night slate for the Rams and the Lions, the first pick for this game is going to be Matt Stafford to have 225-plus passing yards. Stafford's had 225-plus passing yards in all of his last 5 games. He's a wide receiver core that should give the Lions secondary some issues. The Lions secondary has not been playing great towards the end of the regular season. They've actually given up over 1,100 passing yards between their last 3 games this season, including 2 300-plus yard games to Nick Mullins, the backup quarterback for the Vikings. With Matt Stafford being a much better quarterback than the quarterbacks they've seen over the last couple of weeks, I would fully expect the Rams to lean more on Stafford and allow him to throw the ball to keep them in the game. And the Lions defense actually does have some success stopping the run game, so if the Rams would like to move the ball efficiently, I think Stafford is their best bet. The second pick for this game kind of ties into the Stafford passing yards prop, and it's going to be Puka Nacua to have 50-plus receiving yards. Again, with a struggling Lions secondary, the Rams receivers should have a pretty good day. Between Kupp and Nacua, I think one of them will have a very big game, but an average game for one of them is 60 to 70 receiving yards. So I would definitely expect Puka to come out of this game with 50-plus receiving yards, with Stafford throwing the ball quite a bit and them being matched up against a struggling Lions secondary. And the third and final pick for this game and the final pick for the parlay is going to be over 41.5 points. I believe the total right now is at around 51 or 51.5 points. So we're taking a much lower line, but I do feel confident that each of these teams will score 20-plus points in this game. To hit the over 41.5, we just need each team to have 3 touchdowns. And between these two high-powered offenses matching up in this game, I think the defenses could have some success at times, but the offense will trump those defenses throughout the game and be able to put some points up on the board. specifically with the Lions having their first home playoff game in Detroit in 30 years. I would definitely expect them to come out firing, and as we know, Dan Campbell likes to be aggressive on 3rd and 4th downs in their own territory and towards the red zone, so definitely expect the Lions to try and put up touchdowns and not settle for field goals. And then with the Rams, they'll definitely take advantage of a Lions weak secondary, and I think Stafford should have some success and allow them to put the ball in the end zone a handful of times in this game. Parlaying these 6 picks together gets us to a parlay with odds of plus 135 on DraftKings. This parlay is filled with a lot of highly likely props, and I have a really good feeling about this one. And to close out the video, I just like to say, if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate if you have to like on the video. Also, when we cash this parlay on Sunday night, I definitely appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, and I think you might want to, because I plan on coming out with a lot more videos like this, giving a lot more winning picks.